Shoes. You can tell a lot about a person by looking at their face, but you can never really know a person until you walk a mile in their shoes. What kind of shoes do you wear? What kind of shoes did your father wear? What kind of shoes did your grandmother wear? I want to know. My father's boots were tall and strong, like him, made to stride through the mud to spread the straw for cows on cold winter mornings, or through tall prairie grasses to hunt for the stray calf lost in the wheatgrass on sunny spring mornings when the swallows swooped over dewy meadows. My mother's shoes were tiny and timid, like her, black and trimmed with tucked-in edges that she wore for Sunday church. Her shoes fit in with all the other women's shoes, when lined in a row, when sitting on the backless benches, except hers didn't touch the floor. My ancestors' shoes were rough and rugged, like them. They trod the hill paths of Germany, slipping through the forests silently, stealthily, stealing through the starlight to meet in caves, by underground rivers in the dead of night to be rebaptized. Radicals and reformers. Their shoes took them to the courts of Zurich, preaching and persuading, and some to their deaths, to burning at the stake, drowning in the Lamont River. My ancestors' shoes carried them onto boats, fleeing on boats, coming across wide, wild waters, where they became a band of bewildered immigrants in a nation and a tongue not their own. The words they spoke became heavy on their Swiss German tongues, and their fear of facing the fires again closed their mouths. The firebrands and reformers became the silent in the land, die Stille im Land. Their shoes changed from strong mountain shoes and religious rebel shoes to quiet and capable shoes, plowing the land and planting corn until the east became too crowded. Then they pulled on their traveling shoes and their plain pioneer shoes, boarded wagons and trains and boats, and staring into the setting sun, braved the dust, and gritting their teeth against the drought, they lost their children to the prairie's grip. Grimly facing the taunts of neighbors who called them those Germans, when to be a German was to be a Nazi, while their accents never fit in, just like their shoes. What kind of shoes do you wear? What kind of shoes did your father wear? What kind of shoes did your grandmother wear? I want to know. Some people wear ballerinas and brogues, bass shoes and brogans. Others trot in trainers, saruhis, tiger head shoes and toe shoes, pamputis, peep-toe shoes, peranicans, peshawaris, platform shoes, pointinninis. And still others wear silver shoes, slingback, slip-on shoes and slippers, sneakers, snowshoes, spool heels, stiletto heels, sailing shoes, moccasins and winkle pickers, maharis and Wellingtons, mules and wedges. Some people wear moccasins that have seen the dust of trails and the tears of those trails where millions died while weeping and walking, a convenient, quiet massacre. Some little girls wear a red leather tarkisson on their wedding day, feet curling with fear while they say yes to a man 3 times their age, who steals their past and their present and their future. Some people do not wear any shoes as they run, panting and gasping through the Karen jungle at night, while flames tongue the sky and gunshots pierce the silence. Some children wear crude, heavy army boots, whose marching beats out power and plunder and pain, and march them to destroy the ones who love them most, and themselves. Some children do not wear any shoes at all. Since the explosion of the landmine that stole their fathers' lives, took their own feet as well. Some people took off their shoes before they stepped into the shower that stole the breaths of their shaved and shorn and shattered bodies. And all that was left was shoes. Some babies wore tiny soft shoes wrapped onto tiny soft feet, when under an eastern moon, their skulls were bashed against the tree, the killing tree they called it, by soldiers with hearts of rubber wearing shoes of rubber tires. Destroy them by their roots, they said. What kind of shoes do you wear? What kind of shoes did your father wear? What kind of shoes did your grandmother wear? I want to know. Can I wear your shoes? I cannot wear your shoes. They were not made for me. But I can wear my mother and my father's shoes. I can wear my ancestors' shoes. And when I wear their shoes, I can know a little bit of what it means to be invisible on the margin, the edge, to be born inconveniently, to dread the knock on the door in the middle of the night, to lie haggard and hungry in a boat adrift, to live in a land where tongues cannot curl around strange sounds, and the name carried is synonymous with enemy, to have fathers turn upon daughters and sons turn upon mothers, to bury children under a scorching sky in a strange land. Perhaps I can know a little bit when I wear their shoes.